That Wrestling Dude. Reviews. Original content. Highlights.
250 episodes of AEW Dynamite, MJF and Will Ospreay, more wrestling than an entire Monday Night Raw. Okada has the hots for Mercedes Mone. Hey, Mariah May, speak, bitch. Blood and Guts teams filled, Hologram Debut, and a new look collision. Let's do this. What's up, everyone? That Wrestling Dude here, and welcome to This Week in AEW. Today, I'm going to recap the week that was All Elite Wrestling. This week included the milestone 250th episode of the flagship show, AEW Dynamite. There is no wasted time here as MJF's music hits, and him and Will Ospreay proceed to produce a beautiful, instant classic, surefire match of the year candidate. I was completely under the impression that this was going to go 60 minutes, 60-minute time limit draw, protecting both talents from a loss. TK showed a lot of cojones here, and MJF gets the win after using the Dynamite Diamond Ring in the 59th minute to get the win and become the new international champion. The finish of this match was great, and I did not expect it, not one bit. As much as we shit on TK, he needs to get some credit when credit is due. This was awesome. Easily a 5-star match. Showed that Will Ospreay is one of the best, most talented wrestlers on this planet. It also showed that MJF is not just a fantastic promo and he can hang in the ring. He had a great performance as well. They performed a masterclass and blessed the pro wrestling community this past Wednesday. And for all those who were complaining that Tony Khan gave us this match for free, let's think about it this way. In all other walks of life, if someone gives you something that you want for free, are you going to refuse it and offer to pay for it? Or are you going to take the goddamn thing? Come on. And we have a backstage segment with the Acclaim asking captain of Team AEW Swerve Strickland to join the team for Blood and Guts against the Elite. We also see the Elite in the presence of Mercedes Mone. She hits that CEO dance, and we see Okada getting a little hot and bothered. Now, all the haters are on here saying that he got paid all this money to be a comedy act. I love seeing this side of Okada. We all know what he can do and will do in the ring, but this is an added layer of personality, and I think it's great for an already impeccable in-ring performer. Mercedes Mone defeats Nyla Rose in a fun little match. We see someone sitting front row with a Sting mask, which ends up being predictably Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Britt attempts to attack Mone, but she's thwarted by security and Mone flees. So Mariah May comes out to address her actions from last week. She comes to the ring to Toni Storm's theme and dressed as Timeless Toni Storm. It actually did take me a second there to realize that that wasn't Toni Storm. I mean, it would make sense since the attacks were so brutal last week that she wouldn't be there. But that was pretty cool too. She does make her way to the ring. Nothing too notable here except for Tony Schiavone imploring her to
speak, bitch. Come on now.
That was pretty comical. This promo was not really captivating for me, but I have no doubts that business will pick up on the way to All In for this rivalry. I'm really excited for this Toni Storm Mariah May. We have Britt Baker versus Mercedes Mone. So we have two incredible women's storylines going into All In simultaneously, and that is a breath of fresh air. So we have captain of Team AEW Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Champion, against Kazuchika Okada, this one of Team Elite, this one setting up the Blood and Guts match. So it was kind of a predictable no finish here. We know that when these two really do go at it in an AEW ring, it's going to be something special. So we can't wait for that. Something really funny here to take a takeaway from this match were the awesome signs in the crowd. Whoever made those Okada signs, kudos to you. You had me absolutely dying. My favorite one was absolutely Okada's Gmail account is email account is gmail@okada.com. Okada makes onions cry. Okada can divide by zero. Okada can hear sign language. I think there were two more, just absolutely hysterical. Kudos. But we find out that Hangman is going to be the final member for Team Elite. And then we have Darby Allin descending from the ceiling, a la Sting, to present himself as the fifth member for Team AEW. I have no problem with this being a no finish for the main event, as it sets up the blood and guts match for next week. People are going to find critiques and ways to criticize what I thought was an incredible 250th episode of AEW Dynamite, but fuck them. Now let's quickly get into the Rampage rundown. You have the conglomeration defeating the Undisputed Kingdom. It turns out that it is not a good idea to start a faction when the faction leader is going to be out a significant amount of time. This was an absolute fail, had so much potential. This Devil storyline will go down as one of the most disappointing storylines in wrestling history. Moving on, we have Chris Jericho and Big Bill defeating the Outrunners. As Chris Jericho and Big Bill are leaving, Minoru Suzuki's entrance music hits as he comes down for his match. Suzuki eyeing Chris Jericho and that FTW title. Suzuki then defeats the Butcher, Chris Statlander defeats Sidney Winnell, and the Lucha Bros defeat Private Party. Apparently Saturday Night is no longer all right for fighting. The Elton John song is scrapped. Seems like it is cost-cutting measures as they now begin their residency in Arlington, Texas, a residency that they are getting paid for, so good things for AEW. So we have a new look Collision, the start of the residency, and a new awful theme song. So Mikey Ruckus, hopefully we can get that fixed, because it reminds me a lot of college football. I almost thought it was JR's theme song for a second. Really, really bad. And you know what Saturday night means? It means that we are blessed with the gift that keeps on giving, the gift of Nigel McGuinness.
Take a look now. Just look at this. Caution thrown through the wind.
Nigel reports that Mariah May had to take some time off due to Tony's harsh comments on Wednesday night. And when discussing the upcoming Bryan Danielson Swerve Strickland match at All In, he states,
Will the bearded clam digger finally get his comeuppance?
Darby Allin takes on the Beast Mortos in the first match. A lot of crazy bumps. Definitely overall a great match. Darby Allin gets the win and cuts a promo for the Blood and Guts match on Wednesday. We have Shida taking on Sky Blue next. This one was a little scary as Shida was performing a crossbody to the outside onto Sky Blue. It looked like she landed a little low on Sky and thus hitting her lower leg. Sky Blue looked like she suffered a lower leg injury. That was confirmed. She does have a cast on her right leg, and she has been released to the care of Dr. Kyle Fletcher. So we wish her a speedy return and recovery, and wish her the best. Now, something interesting kind of came from this. I'm not sure what the intention would have been post-match for Shida, regardless of the outcome, if maybe the injury wasn't there. But it looks like there's an opportunity here for a natural kind of heel turn for Shida. So I hope they kind of go after that, as she now is going to be taking on Britt Baker on Wednesday. So I definitely think a nice heel run for Shida would be much needed and a nice refresher. We got Rey Fenix defeating Tony Nese. We have a very, very awkward FTR promo about Cash Wheeler's allegations. Just really, really awkward. Anyways, they're going buck hunting, so it seems like we're going to have The Acclaim versus FTR versus the Young Bucks at All In. Roderick Strong defeats Ishii with the help of the Kingdom. Hologram, formerly Aramis of AAA, makes his debut as Hologram in AEW. He took on Gringo Loco, aka White MVP, and he gets the victory in his debut. The Virtuosa gets a win against Thunder Rosa after using a weapon while the referee was distracted. And finally, the Patriarchy wins the trio titles against the Bang Bang Gang of Juice Robinson and the Gun Club. It is definitely time for the Bang Bang Gang to completely embrace this babyface turn and go all in on it. I see them getting those titles back now, especially since it was reported that Luchasaurus did suffer an injury during that match. He is going to wrestle through it for the time being, but we can easily see the titles shifting back at All In. So we will see where they go from there. I hope Luchasaurus recovers well. I think this has been a fantastic week in AEW. Great momentum. I've seen this momentum coming since the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. It's a great turnaround, and it is a very, very, very exciting time in wrestling. Just enjoy it all. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure that you hit that subscribe, and I will be back next week.